Your house in Calgary might be priced too high, maybe even before it ever hits the market. And I already know what you might be thinking. Your neighbor sold for more 6 months ago, the city assessed your home at a certain number, Zillow or Honestdoor said it was worth more, or maybe you feel like you just need to find the right buyer. In this video, I'm going to explain how to know if your Calgary home is priced too high, why pricing matters so much, and what you need to understand before selecting a list price. I'm Josh White, a husband, dad, and Calgary Realtor with Dexter & Co. Luxury Real Estate at eXp Realty. Before we get into anything else, we need to start with one simple truth. The market value of your home is not what you think it's worth, it is what the market is willing to pay for it. My first home sale was actually my own personal residence. Before I became a realtor, I thought it was worth about $50,000 more than the price I eventually selected after completing a proper market analysis. And I'm really glad I listened to the data instead of my feelings. My home sold in about 2 weeks while another nearby home sat for months and eventually did not sell at all. That experience taught me something important. You can feel right and still be priced wrong. At almost every listing appointment, the seller already has an idea of what their home is worth. That number usually comes from a neighbor's sale, the city assessment, or an online valuation. Those can all be useful reference points, but none of them should be your pricing strategy. Your neighbor may have listed at a certain price, but that does not mean they sold for that amount. In addition, their home may have also had different upgrades, a better layout, stronger presentation, better timing, or a completely different buyer pool than yours. The city assessment can also be misleading because it is based on a mass appraisal system. The city is not walking through your home and evaluating the non-registered features that your home has compared to the one down the street. Online valuations have similar limitations. They may provide a rough estimate, but they often miss your home's unique features, current competition, renovations, condition, and what buyers are doing at your specific price point. Should you look at these numbers? Sure. Should you rely on them to price your home? No. When we choose a list price, we are making an educated prediction about where the market will see value in your home. That means studying the immediate area, property type, recent comparable sales, current competition, buyer demand, condition, and timing. Because Calgary is not one single real estate market. A detached home in West Calgary may be behaving completely differently from a condo downtown, a southeast townhome, or an acreage outside of the city. Pricing needs to be specific to your home and the segment of the market you are competing in. From there, a good agent should give you a strategy, not just a number. That strategy should explain how the property needs to be prepared, how it will be positioned, and how the value will be communicated to buyers. The goal is not simply to put your home on the MLS. The goal is to make sure the right buyers see it, understand its value, and want to book a showing. If you are thinking about selling and would like a realistic property-specific opinion before making any decisions, you can reach out using the contact information below. Now, let's say your home is on the market, showings have slowed down, and you're not receiving offers, and you are wondering what's going on. In most cases, a home that is not selling has an issue with presentation, marketing, price, or some combination of the three. Unless your home is priced like an obvious deal, poor presentation is going to make it difficult to sell. Buyers are emotional. They may justify their decision with logic later, but when they first walk through the door, they are reacting to how the home feels. If it feels cluttered, dark, dirty, dated, or poorly maintained, buyers are usually not thinking, "This is a great opportunity." They are thinking, "How much work is this going to be?" That affects what they are willing to pay. This is why preparation matters. Depending on the home, that may mean cleaning, decluttering, staging, painting, or completing a few small repairs. I know that part can be inconvenient, but if your goal is to maximize your equity, presentation is not optional. Even a well-prepared home can struggle if the marketing does not properly communicate its value. And when I say marketing, I do not mean putting it on the MLS and hoping it sells. The photography, video, description, positioning, and overall launch should make it easy for buyers to understand why your home is worth considering. Even if the presentation and marketing are excellent, pricing still matters most. If the price is too high, buyers will not connect the value of the home with the amount required to purchase it. They may like the property, they may even save the listing or book a showing, but if the price does not make sense compared to everything else they've seen, they will move on. This is why the first few weeks on market matter so much. The most serious buyers have usually already seen the other homes available. When your listing appears, they begin comparing it immediately. They are not comparing it to what you paid, what you owe, or how much you want to net. They are comparing it to every other home they can purchase right now. If your property does not make sense at that price, they move on to the next option. A general guideline I like to use is the 10-10-0 rule. If you go 10 days with 0 showings, you are likely priced too high. If you have 10 showings with 0 offers, you may also be priced too high. It's not a perfect rule. Luxury homes, unique properties, acreages, slower market segments, and certain price points can take naturally a little bit longer to sell. But zero showings usually means buyers are rejecting the listing before they ever walk through the door. Showings without offers usually mean buyers saw the home but did not see enough value at the current price. That does not mean that your home is bad. It means that there is a disconnect between price and perceived value. The longer that disconnect continues, the more difficult it can become to recover. A listing that sits on the market starts to create doubt. Buyers begin asking why has it not sold, whether something is wrong with it, or how much less the seller might accept. Once that happens, you can end up chasing the market down instead of positioning the property properly from the beginning. If you want to get the most money possible, you need to align presentation, marketing, and pricing. A strong pricing strategy cannot completely save poor presentation. Great marketing cannot overcome a price the market refuses to accept. But when you have all three together, you give yourself the best opportunity to sell for the highest price the market will support. So if you're thinking about listing and want to avoid this mistake from the beginning, I would be happy to help. My contact information is in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.